YouTube. Hey Rick, how are you going? It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah, you've just caught me cleaning up after doing a small practice project this morning. It came out alright, I'll show you later. But yeah, it's been a long time and I've got some new toys and I've made a couple of things. But yeah, why the long break? Well, 2018, was it 2019? 2019 was a miserable year. I didn't have many projects on the go, and because of rain, I couldn't work outside. So I've done changes. Couldn't work outside, particularly on things like welding. I had the lamps, but I needed a thing for the airbrush and I couldn't get hold of one. The places I normally get from don't exist anymore. So anyway, 2019. Right at the end of 2019, something came out of China, we believe. And yeah, I got hit with it just before Christmas. Yeah, had it already. That knocked me out for a short while, 3 days. Just couldn't sleep for 3 days because I was coughing constantly. Survived Christmas, and then the New Year and lockdowns happened and I couldn't get the equipment I wanted, couldn't get the materials I wanted, and I was looking everywhere and all sorts of things like that. But we managed. Until my dad got it. Yes. We lost my dad last year. It was basically he just collapsed one day after having breathing difficulties after contracting COVID. He had symptoms for approximately 2-3 months of just not being able to breathe. Then one morning he just wasn't breathing. We tried to resuscitate him for 20 minutes before the ambulance service, the air ambulance and the quick medical response units, or whatever they call them now, came. We did resuscitation, 20 minutes. They spent another half an hour on him, but he was dead already. He was dead before we could get started resuscitating. But yeah, that's kind of killed the year. I'm now the sole carer of my mother, so I've had to adjust things. I've had to sort out my parents' house, and so I've not really had time to do projects. I've not been able to have time to do anything really. I've done a few things, but it's been a case of get it done, then get back to what I need to get done with the house and everything like that. And well, you know, you think about, you learn things about your parents after they die. You learn certain stuff. Like I found out that my nan on my mother's side played the violin when she was a kid. Never knew that. And my grandpa, half the tools I use are apparently from my grandpa, who was. I've even got brushes that from painting, all sorts of stuff. He used to do sign painting, and he used to do woodwork, and so I've got some of his tools. It's all like, this is my grandpa. I never met him. I think I met him when I was quite literally a toddler, but he died shortly after I was born. Anyway, so yeah, it's been a bit of a tough year, and I've made a New Year's resolution of actually ploughing out some videos, and hopefully with the new toys, I say toys, yeah, toys, I can get something done. I'll show you around, and I bet you're itching to know what's under this cover. You can probably see by the gas bottle. You kind of know what's under there, but yeah, I bought a lathe. I got this for my birthday. My mother gave me the money to buy a lathe so I could learn, and I've already been bitten by the lathe. Yeah, dangerous, very dangerous. Sharp tools, spinny things. And to go with the lathe, bought a bandsaw for Christmas. I got that for Christmas as well. What's this thing? Yeah, I got a tube bender. Goes with the welding. Tube bender. So that was what I got for Christmas. And the Christmas beforehand. My parents bought me a welder, MIG welder, gas MIG welder. But what's it on, I hear you say? Yeah, I used to store the welders on here. But because I needed somewhere to put the lathe, and there's an extension bar for the lathe, so hopefully like that, it just fits. I can prop something under there, nail it to that, so there's always a good surface to keep that nice and straight on. But yeah, we got a, where did I go? Oh yeah, don't look that. And I've got oodles of lathing tools. I've got gouges, I've got parting tools, I've got whatever they're called. I've got them. And yeah, I've got to build a rack for them, so that's something I've probably done on camera. Just simple. I've done already one from the back, which I keep back here. And yeah, and I made a soft hammer as well. With a little silvery thing. It's a bit of aluminium, just so it's a soft knocking tool. So I'm not doing any damage to things. And yeah, I've got everything I need here. I've got a tube bender. I've always wanted one. Now I can bend tube. I don't know how, but I can bend tube. Yep, just got this. It does the job. I'm quite happy with it. It makes just cutting up things a lot easier. And apparently you need one. When you get one of these, you need one of these. So yeah, get that out of the way. Because it's a desktop, I can basically move it around to a comfortable position and work with it. Because it's stored there, it's clean, you know, I'm cleaning up. I actually got a shop hoover as well, which is the old hoover that we used to have. Then, oh yes, I've got to show you this. This used to be, let's move you down. Where are you? There you are. A little bit in, there we go. That's where I keep my arts and crafts stuff there. But this used to be the old workbench that I used to work on. And what I did is I think I got some 5mm plate, welded it on, because I broke it. So I welded it on, and I've now got a welding table, which, with the advent of this, gives me a bit of wind protection from welding outside or inside, so stop sparks going everywhere. But this is a cover of an old microwave. I just put some bent aluminium and just riveted them on, so it's quite sturdy. I was quite pleased with that. Does the job. It's because I was welding outside, and as I said, I've been doing stuff. One of the things my dad wanted me to do was basically turn this whole garage here into a workshop for me to make stuff, possibly make some money. But yeah, so got one of those. Let's pop you back up. Oh, not that way. Trying to do this in one take. There we go. Hello. Right then. And then there's this. Apparently, if you've got a lathe, there's two tools you need. Bandsaw and a chainsaw. Yeah, I've got a chainsaw. This is also for Christmas. My mum just gave me some money and said, go and spend it. And I went, okay, I need a bandsaw and a chainsaw and a tube bender. Thank you, Mum. Yeah, that lives on there at the moment. It works. I've actually used it to chop up wood. And this used to be an apple tree that was in our backyard when I was a kid, and I used to climb up this apple tree, and it was sort of like there was a bit like that. It was a bit like that, and I used to put my foot there and sit in the tree with my foot just there. And it's a case of, yeah, apple tree. It's well seasoned wood. It's at least 20-year-old seasoned. It's very tough. And as I'm trying to do bowls at the moment, it could be funny. But yeah, I'm learning a lot. Then there's this. Now, I need to move. I wanted a welding trolley. Let's put the welders on. Let's put that on there. And this used to be my mum's old wheelchair. Get that out of the way. So what I did is I basically welded the two sides together, down here, up here, and I put some plywood on there for shelves. I took the armrests, and that's where that shape comes from, and welded them in. So I was quite pleased with that. You can see that just down there. You can see the shape. So I can store my arc welder, my tool, my bits and pieces, which I've got to add to this, and my MIG welder, which is, it's a Clark weld MIG 145, and I have used it. I'm getting used to it. I have actually qualified MIG, but it's a case of getting your own machine, setting it up to how you work with it, and then getting the hang of it. But yes, let's put that on. It's a gas MIG welder, and yeah, and now I can move it around the shop, I can move it outside without having to carry the bloody things. I'm going to put little racks up here to put all my welding stuff on. I've got a... Have I shown you this? Made a chipping hammer from an old hammer, which works. And yeah, so much done. And new toys. I say new toys, new stuff that I can do to make stuff and possibly make money. And that's the whole point. I make tiny amount of money which goes back into you, it goes back into my social media. So I don't make any money from YouTube. So making stuff, you know, I've got bottles of Jack Daniels that I've still got to turn into lamps. Yeah, I'm quite pleased. I'm doing the wishes of my dad, which he said, I want you to turn this into, it was one of his last things that he said to me in some of our conversations. I want to turn the garage into a workshop. And that's what I'm doing. It means I can spend more time basically looking after my mother. And yeah, I'm trying to injure myself. But there we go. Hopefully, new year, new start, new fun things to play with. I'll show you the bowl later. I'll show you the bowl another time maybe. But my final message is in the current events, from my understanding, and I know quite a lot, yes, COVID is an issue. Every 100 years or so, nature throws some kind of illness and disease at us. 13th century, 14th century, I think there was the 1820s, there was a bad one. You had the Spanish flu, early 1900s, and then you've got COVID on top of SARS, which apparently is coming along. COVID, people say it is like a flu. It's got the same death rate as a flu, or slightly less than flu, but it's a nasty way to go. And you don't want that. Trust me on that one. It is a nasty way to go. I won't get angry. So, people, keep your distance, wear your masks. I'm actually one of those people that's exempt from wearing a mask. That is why I rush into a place with a mask on, get in, get out as quick as possible, so therefore I don't have so much of a problem wearing a mask. We don't know why, we think it's to do with my brain injury and hypothalamus, and I overheat and I start panicking. But anyway, yeah, even me, who's exempt from wearing a mask, wears a mask. It's not hard. The reason people have difficulty wearing them is they're not trained to. So find out how to wear one. It's quite easy. Medical personnel do it all the time. They wear them. Even those that are supposed to be exempt, they can wear them. Wear them. It is a 95% infection rate over the next 5 years, worldwide, with 200 million possible casualties worldwide. We're only at the start. So wear your mask, please. Anyway, otherwise I'll get angry, and I don't want to get angry. I've got fun things to think about. I've got new tools, and we'll leave it there. I'll show you the bowl another time. I'll show you how I do another bowl. It's funny. I just don't know what I'm doing. But I'm trying. Anyway, see you in the future, or near future. Stay safe. Goodbye, YouTube.